to my interview in a wee moment with Thomas Reamer of the forthcoming Space Hero TV series. It's time for our weekly Future Shock 2.0 segment with Ira Wolfe. Boomers are delaying retirement because of the curse of inflation. They thought they could retire and enjoy their golden years, but it's not happening for more and more of them. Explain to me what's going on.
Thanks, John. Yeah, it's troubling, and especially as an older baby boomer, I could be there, and I'm choosing to work because I enjoy what I do, and I've got this entrepreneurial spirit, but I know quite a few people who have retired early. Some have been retired for a decade or more. Retirees, we all did, no matter what age, got used to living on lower interest, low inflation. I mean, many young people have never experienced anything like what we've had today. But retirees planned. They had a fixed income. They learned how to live on what they saved, if they did manage to save. And then all of a sudden, we have the highest inflation in 50 years. There's a little good news, I guess, that you can find in the July numbers, that wages are increasing. Unfortunately, the wages are fueling the inflation. So it's one of the biggest parts. Now the gas prices are coming down a bit. But the bad news is that July consumer price index rose 8.5%. Good news, it's down a little bit. But that also means that every employee took a 3% pay cut in July. Retirees who are on a fixed income, who weren't necessarily getting increases, although Social Security is supposed to give the biggest increase in history next year, they're basically losing money. They're shaving off the retirement faster than expected. So the good news is it's bringing back good opportunity with all the labor shortages we talk about. It's bringing back baby boomers into the workforce. More than half of all the unemployed people are baby boomers that were lost. Almost 300,000 exited the workforce or are unemployed. They're out of the workforce and available. The challenge is, are they equipped to do some of the job? So we have a pilot shortage. Basically, everybody in the air transportation business, we have shortages. I'm not sure baby boomers want to go back, can fill all those slots. Childcare. Childcare is pretty intensive. I'm not sure baby boomers are headed back there unless you're a grandparent, but I'm not sure it's a business. Healthcare. Huge exodus of nurses and doctors, but it's not something you can just plop people into. Transportation, you're talking about long-haul drivers, technology. We've talked about that in many other episodes. Advanced skills, and baby boomers didn't grow up in that era, and many of them don't have those skills. So where a lot of the jobs are that baby boomers can go back to aren't there. Many of them want flexible hours, and unfortunately, a lot of the jobs that have openings are low-wage jobs. So I think you're going to see a lot of baby boomers come out of retirement who are on fixed income to go to those jobs. But it is sad because you have 70 and 75 and 80-year-olds working jobs that young people are struggling with.
I have a very good friend who's a retired state trooper, retired over 10 years ago, a very sober individual, doesn't smoke, good health. And he was forced to go back to work, he said, because inflation was crushing the family finances. Amazing and sad.
This is an opportunity for businesses too. While there is this shortage, the biggest challenge in retention and turnover and quit rates and the Great Resignation is that people are willing to work and they want to go back to work, and they'll even accept lower pay. I mean, that's every survey says people will go if they can work for an employee that believes in them, if it treats them better. And they don't have to pay the highest wages, but they have to treat people fairly. People are struggling for that. So it's a huge opportunity for businesses out there. We talk about this all the time. The employee experience is going to drive the best companies, and it's going to kill the worst companies. Word to the wise for employers: treat people better and fairly, focus on the employee experience, and you have an opportunity out there.
That was Ira Wolfe. Ira is a labour force trends expert, a top 5 global thought leader in his field, and host of the popular Geeks, Geezers and Googleization podcast.